Now we move into PDFs. PDF files are one of the most challenging files we deal with because we can have PDF in a number of formats. We don't have only a single PDF format, but many of them. So a problem we may have is that a PDF may get stuck or produce a messy result. Why? Because, and this is very important for you to know, PDFs in their origin are designed for viewing content, not for editing purposes. So sometimes they may be scanned, they may be locked, they may be flattened, they may be saved as a different format, for instance, PDF-A, or they may also be in the form of a form, let's say, or form-like. So a solution for this is the best solution possible is to use the original editable document, be it Word, PowerPoint, InDesign file, or any file that was originally containing that text. Of course, that is not always possible, and we will have to learn how to deal with PDFs when we do not have the editable version. And to do that, I suggest you watch this webinar we gave some time ago about best practices for translating PDFs, where you will see many ways to deal with each PDF type separately. Today, we are going to see it in a more general way, and we will go first with form-like PDFs. Form-like PDFs often have layout issues after translation because they may contain fixed fields and tables, checkboxes, labels, and all those features may not convert naturally. My suggestion is to focus first on getting the content because what I think as a translator myself, the content is in most of the time more important than the layout. The layout is something that we can reconstruct, rebuild afterwards. But the message conveyed in a text, in a document, is really important. So a way to deal with those issues a form like PDF may cause is to try Pairaphrase agents in the AI sandbox, where we have added, and we'll show you, some pre-made prompts, and I wanted to let you know that this is also being renewed, renovated, revamped right now. So you will see in the very near future a whole new screen with more agents and abilities for you to use. And here we have some pre-made prompt, as I said, already prepared for you to translate PDF documents or IEPs if you are in the education industry, focusing specifically on the content more than on the layout. So I invite you to try this on, and you will see that you get very good results. Now, if we talk about scanned PDFs, text, as you may already have seen, may translate incorrectly or incompletely sometimes. Why? Because scanned PDFs are images. So Pairaphrase or any other tool in the market must use an OCR, that is an optical character recognition system, to read that text. That is to interpret the image and convert that image, that drawing, into a character. And that character becomes a letter, and that letter will make up the full text. So when we deal with scanned PDFs, the better way to go is to use a clear scan and to review everything, especially the important, the relevant content, such as names, numbers, dates, or if we can try to find the original editable file. Again, try to focus on getting the content more than the layout, especially if we are working with scanned PDFs, and expect some manual layout cleanup afterwards. Now we move into locked PDFs. A locked PDF is a PDF that has been locked somehow by a password or by, for instance, a digital signature. And when we have those PDF types, we may have this problem, or we will, I will say, because Pairaphrase and any other tool cannot process PDFs that are locked because they are locked for a reason. So they usually get stuck and cannot be processed. When we get this, I will show you this message in Pairaphrase that it says translation failed because file is password protected. That means that your PDF is probably or was probably locked by a password, and you can confirm that by opening the PDF in Adobe Acrobat and checking the security settings. As you can see here, the document has an open password and it cannot be opened. It cannot be copied or edited. That means that it cannot be processed by a CAD tool or a TMS like Pairaphrase. And what we can do with this, we can simply print this document as a new PDF, and that way we will get rid of the password and we will be able to process it. To do that, you will simply go to the menu and save the, and print the PDF as a different PDF. So you can see here, print to Microsoft Print in PDF format. When you do that, you will get the same PDF with no modifications and without the password. Of course, if you do have the password, use it. And if you are not dealing with confidential information, you can also use an online unlock tool like I Love PDF to unlock it. But I suggest, because sometimes we do not want our documents to be processed online by any tool that is not secure enough, I suggest you use the technique I showed you. Print the document as a PDF. This is another file type I mentioned before, PDF-A. PDF-A usually get stuck also, even though they are not locked. They do not have a password, but they were saved in a format designed to preserve the document, so that may limit editing or processing. If we find out that we have a PDF-A file, what we can do to be able to process it in Pairaphrase is to open the file in Adobe Acrobat and click Enable Editing. Or we can also save it as a regular PDF before uploading it again. So, for example, in this case, I have a PDF file, and as you can see, I have here in the upper bar the possibility to enable editing of that file. So I can click here, click OK, and the restrictions will disappear. Another way is to go to the menu and save the PDF as a normal or regular PDF. Moving on, sometimes when we are dealing with PDF files, we can see that we get different results according to the different PDF conversion settings we have set up in Pairaphrase. You may already know that in Pairaphrase we have two PDF conversion settings that are ready for you to use and to test with different files to see which one works better. I always tell you, try both every time you need to translate a PDF with a format like PDF or a PDF with a complex layout. And that way you will see which one works better for your needs. Because there is no rule of thumb here, retain flowing text usually behaves better with those files which has flowing text throughout the document with no heavy layout, and retain page layout the other way around with heavy layout PDFs. But I always say that try both of them because you may be surprised by the one that works better. Remember that every time you change your settings here, you have to go to the bottom and click Save for the system to apply your new settings.